What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Copart walk around. That means it is Tuesday, and I'm excited because I've actually got several cars, one in particular. I mean, one that I'm just dying to get my hands on. We don't have a lot of time today. I put today off as long as possible because it's like 46 degrees with a wind chill of 38. It's a little bit nippy today, so I waited till late afternoon, so I don't have time to just, you know, chit-chat and have a good time today. Unfortunately, we got to get into these cars and knock them out. Let's do it. Number one on my list is a 2015 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. This is a fire car. I think that's pretty apparent from the hood here, right? Let's take a look and see what we see under here. Looks like it got pretty crispy. I forgot Jeeps still have the safety latch under here. There we go. Oh. Hey, Tim, you rewired a car once. You ready to take on something a little bit bigger?
Dude, I can't fix this.
Slightly bigger project here. Okay, yeah, that's cooked. That's cooked. I wonder, can we open the doors? Let's see. Yes, we can. Oh, it's a right-hand drive too?
Nice.
Oh, man, let's fire it up. Let's see if she'll run. No, I'm kidding. Totally kidding. I bet this was a mail truck, I'm guessing. It's not often you see right-hand drive, unless it's a mail truck. Dang, man. We could fix this. Oh, yeah, it was a mail truck. Certified package stickers. Whoa, hey now. Back in there. All right, let's close this up. Dang, I wonder what happened though. Man, I would love to have a right-hand drive Jeep. That would be so awesome. The interior is trash though, man. I mean, like, this whole thing is just, she's in bad shape. Moving on. Here we got a 2014 Subaru BRZ. She took a light tap in the rump over here. It's very minor. Yeah, okay. Okay. She took a hard tap in the rear end over here, man. Good God. I mean, it just folded this rear quarter. Look at that. 49,681 miles. They had the, that's interesting. Somebody somehow, I guess, had the tow hook in here when it was hit. That's bizarre. You'd think the tow hook would have been straight. I don't know what happened there. The rest of the car looks good though, other than that quarter panel. Let's take a look at the interior. She's a nice looking car. Is it a runner? Let's find out. Let's pop the hood first. It says it's a run and drive, so we should be able to fire her up. Boxer. Teeny tiny engine with lots of power. Yeah, let's fire this one up. No pun intended on the Jeep with the whole fire thing. Ugh, good Lord. Oh, that seat feels nice. That seat is soft. All right. What is it? Push to start? What? Oh, the e-brake doesn't work either. Yeah, the e-brake doesn't work. Dang. Okay, so this is one you definitely want to leave in gear. For sure. Let's see if we can get this thing jumped. All right. There we go. Nice. I would get out and show you around, but without being able to lock the e-brake, I can't get out and show you around. But in fact, I can't even take my foot off of the brake. Well, no, she's holding steady. I'm not gonna get out. Man, I love this car. What do you guys think? No, I'm kidding. I mean, I love the car, but this isn't one for us. You guys know better. Make sure this sucker's in gear. God, I wish we could lock that e-brake, man. I wonder what happened to it. I hate just leaving it like that, but It is in gear, so let's move on to the next one. Next, we have a 93 Chevy. I love this truck. It's the 1500 454 SS. Looks like this one's dead too. I guess we better try to jump start this one as well. Hold on a minute. Let's try this again. Only 53,000 miles. All right, well, it runs. I guarantee it's got a good transmission. Man, this thing is just beautiful. I absolutely love this style of old Chevy truck, man. I really do. Got the dual exhaust down here, these beautiful rims. She's a little rough though once you get up to the front, man. She got hit real hard. I don't know what it would take to save that. Take a look at that, man. The tie rod is completely ripped out of its sleeve right here. Oh no, it didn't rip it out of the sleeve, it just snapped it. Yeah, we got lots of damage under here. I guarantee you there's frame damage. But man, this truck should be put back on the road. If I remember right, now aside from the frame damage, and I guarantee you there's frame damage, you can replace these. All of this comes off, man. The whole, they call it a doghouse. You can take this whole front end off and put another one on it, put this thing right back on the road again. But with the amount of damage, the amount of force that went back into the door here, I don't know. I don't know if this would be worth trying to put back on the road. Comment below and tell me what you think. It's still a beautiful truck. Next is a 2004 Chrysler Crossfire. I owned one of these. I loved this car. It's not particularly fast, but it's a fun car to drive. It really is. It's basically a Mercedes. It's got the same drivetrain, powertrain as the 320s. So you got a 3.2 liter. It looks like a Dodge, but it's basically a Mercedes. Not that that's a good thing. Back in this day, they were going through some things, if you know what I mean. 162,000 miles on the clock. See what it looks like. I got rid of mine when it hit about 80,000 miles. Mine was a convertible though, so that's a big difference. This coupe doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It's very bizarre. This wing, of course, is supposed to come up when you hit like 55 or something miles an hour. So you got plenty of trunk space back here, actually. I'm surprised about that. But that bar right across here, kind of, there's no visibility. I actually feel like I preferred my my convertible. With the top down, I could see everything. Oh! Let's see if we can get any gauges to come on. Doesn't look like it. I don't see any lights. No, nothing. Now we could get this one jump started, but I'm not going to, because it's listed with an N. I'm going to double check my paperwork and make sure this is a non-runner. And if it says that it's a run, sometimes it says no run here, but on the website it'll be a runner. If it's a runner on the website, we can see about getting it started, but I'm not going to try to start this one. Okay, so it says N on the windshield, but the listing shows it to be a run and drive. So sometimes that gets updated in the system. And since it's listed as a run and drive, we can try to fire it up. She took a little while to fire off. She fired up. We got a low tire light on. We got a gas light on. BAS ESP on. Other than that, though, she's actually running really well. It's very quiet. Look how much room you've got to work on this thing. You can get to the back of the intake. Not very many Mercedes can you get to the back of the intake to get things done, to do any work. You can get to the transmission bolts. These really are great cars. They're fun cars. I don't know what they're going to be asking for it though. And I think this has a sealed transmission too. Yeah. Man, if this was a stick shift, this would be so much fun. Look down there. Isn't that crazy? Like how much room you've got. That whole thing right from here back is the transmission. That's a lot of room. The tires look good. A little dry rod. We got a lot of dings on the side. Back tires are pretty good too, which is unusual. Normally it's the back tires that are burned up. She's got some dents and dings on her, but truthfully, not bad. tires are just a little bit dry rotted. I wouldn't say they're so bad that they need to be replaced as the seat work. The seats are always going out on these. Yeah, wait, there it goes. There it goes. She works. Power steering. All right, let's put it in gear. Ooh. That's reverse. She's not going backward. There's drive. No, it took way too long to shift. There's reverse. So we have very delayed shifting on this. Very delayed. Nope, not happening. The window works. The heat's on and it seems to be working. But I'll be honest with you, I don't like that at all. Now, it could just be that this thing needs a transmission service. Yeah, she takes a while to get a... It seems like as it warms up, though, it's getting better. Got lots of papers, even a garage door opener. Don't leave your garage door openers in your cars, guys. If you have a wreck or your car gets taken, you know, to a impound yard or salvage yard, take your garage door opener. Heated seats. Look at all this, man. It's a fun car, but it is just so slow to shift. I don't know. And she's dead. That's the end of this one. Moving on. Here we got an 01 BMW 325i. I know, right? What did someone do to this car, man? It looks like they were thinking about painting it, and they put these headlights in, and look how horribly they fit. Like, the gaps are insane on this. That doesn't fit well at all. Let's see what they got going on under here. Well, hey, Mishimoto, that's a good brand right there. So at least they spent some money on a good cold air intake for her. Look at that. And it's carb compliant. How about that? Oh, this car's got headers, ladies and gentlemen. She's got headers. Somebody's put a little bit of money into this. There may be more to this car than what we realize here. All right, it's got headers. What else do we have? We got boxes of parts. It's listed as a run and drive. We've got the grill, at least half of the grill. What is this? Fog light. The other fog light. Lots of tubing, lots of plastic pieces. We've got the front bumper, it looks like. It's got good tires. I'm really curious. I wonder what the exhaust looks like under here, if it even has any. But it looks like someone, they took it. Yeah, they took the mufflers. Dang it. Sax shocks, which that's what comes with them anyway. So, oh no, the mufflers are right here. Interesting. So we've got the mid pipes. It's been cut. The mufflers have been chopped. Maybe they had mufflers on this and they replaced them. We got all kinds of hoses, heat shields. What is that? Anybody know what that is? Huh, this car is listed as a run and drive. Man, it sucks that exhaust is just sitting in there like that, though. You can see where it's tore up the door. This is intriguing, just because I see somebody did put a little bit of money into it at some point. It's listed as a run and drive. So let's see if we can fire this one up. Uh-oh. The key doesn't seem to work. Let's try turning the steering wheel some, no? Huh. All right, we got the key in and to turn, which the ignition is very, very sketchy on this, but no power. So let's see if we can get a jump. So I decided we're not going to try to get this one jumped for a number of reasons. Number one, there's some connectors disconnected under here. I checked the oil. It's got almost no oil in it, and I don't know how well you can see down there, but where those headers go back to the mid pipes, there's nothing down there. It's all been disconnected and gone. There's an oxygen sensor hanging on one of the headers. You know, letting this thing fire up and run for any length of time is just a bad idea, bad deal. I don't think I'm interested in this one. I don't mind sending it to Mako for a paint job. You know, that's not a big deal. It looks like we got all the parts to put it back together, but this thing looks like it's she looks like she's a mess. 222,000 miles on the clock. I think we're just going to skip this one and move on to the next one. Next we have, I believe it's an 01 Honda Element. It took a little hit to the front. Nothing too horribly bad from what I could tell. Definitely needs a bumper cover. And the hood looks like it's probably okay. The hood gaps look good. Everything actually looks pretty good. Now, it's high miles. I don't anticipate this one going for a whole lot. Hondas do hold their value very well, even salvage, even at the salvage auction. 221,000 miles. It needs tires on the back for sure. Let's take a look around the rest of it. Real-time four-wheel drive. Oh, it took a nasty hit in the back too. Dang. I didn't see that. So... yeah, she got hit in the front and the back. The door still works, though. There's the spare tire. Oh, it doesn't close right, though. No, it catches bad. Okay. Well, I mean, this is why you come out here and you look at these things in person. I thought it was just the front bumper, and I was like, that's no big deal at all. I'm looking for something for my uncle. I told you guys in one of my last videos that I've got a very sick uncle who's got diabetes. He's got what they call drop foot. He's just got a port installed in his arm for dialysis 3 times a week. He's not doing good. His car's messing up on him. And I really wanted to try to find something that would be reliable. He only drives like a few miles every now and then. It's like no highway driving. It's just around town occasionally when he needs to go out for a doctor's appointment or something. He needs something a little bit better than what he's got. So I'm not sure this is it. We could fire it up to listen to it run, but truthfully, I'm not feeling this one at all. I'm really not. Let's go. We're going to skip this. Let's go look at something else. This is why you come out here to look at these in person, though, because you may have thought it just needed that front bumper right there, and you go back there and find out that the rear hatch is messed up. I don't know. For the right price, it may still be worth it, but I'm going to step away from this one. Next is something else I was looking at for my uncle. Again, it's all going to be dependent upon price. I don't have a whole ton of money put back right now because of all the things that's been going on. But this is an 04 Oldsmobile Silhouette. These are great vans to some extent, and they're not. Ooh, wow. She's been used. She's been used. She surely ain't been cleaned. That's not too bad. I don't see any major pools of, oil or antifreeze or anything like that. Let's put the hood prop in. The trannies on these aren't known to be the best, and that transmission fluid is pretty dark. Pretty dark. I'm going to pull this out and try to get a better look and see if I see any metal flakes in it. That's a good way of knowing. Just because the transmission fluid is brown doesn't mean that it's no good or that the tranny is blown. It could just need service. But I'll tell you right now, I'm looking in this, and I don't see any sign of metal. I don't see any shiny metallic flakes. So that's a good sign. Next, we'll check the oil. The oil's golden. It's a little dark, but not bad at all. At least it's got oil in it. Okay, check underneath for any obvious leaks. She drips a little bit. It's probably been sitting here a while. It's got a few light drips, but nothing pouring out of it. I believe these have power sliding doors, 162,000 miles. I thought it had power sliding doors. Looks like that one has failed. Okay. Ugh. Well, just tell them not to use that door. Man, those are heavy when the power functionality goes out of them. There we go. Whew. Yeah, it'd be best he doesn't use that. Let's see if we can start her up. Aha! Ding, ding, ding. We don't need a jump. Nice. Okay, I don't see any warning lights on the dash at all. It's running smooth. Let's put it in gear. The brakes felt a little soft there. No, they're fine. Brakes are fine. And that flashing you're seeing on screen, that's not actually flashing. From my perspective, it's solid, but it's the camera's refresh rate. Same thing with the mileage over there. It's not actually flickering like that. Very solid. We should have doors. Okay, all right. So that works. And it closes it. So at least one of them works. This could be great. I want to check the air conditioning, although he told me he doesn't care about AC. He just wants something's going to get him where he's going, you know. Dashboard is cracked up over there, which is normal. Looks like the temperature dropped down to 44 now. I can't tell if the AC works. It'd be a bonus if it did, but I guess overall it's not that big of a deal. It goes into gear, it runs and drives. There's no check engine lights. Oh, you know what I forgot to check? The driver's window. It's probably not overly important to him, but yeah, she's slow. She's real slow. So that window motor is going out. We'll make sure we get it closed. There we go, she's closed. It's slow, but it works. This is a contender. This is definitely something that I'm gonna keep on my list. We'll see what she goes for, and of course that's also dependent upon the seller agreeing to sell it for that price. But that tire looks new. That tire looks new. We got 2 Big O tires that look new, 3 Big O tires, and 4 Big O tires. So all the tires look new. She's a good looking van. It's a real good looking van. We can drop this hood, and we'll leave this one on the list. Yeah, this is a contender. I know my uncle would probably prefer the a Town and Country. I know he really likes those. It's got a little bit of damage back here. Not too bad, though. Not too bad if it goes cheap enough. Next, we have an 06 PT Cruiser. Now, I know most of you guys don't like these cars, and I'm not a big fan of them either, but my uncle really loves them. He went out and bought one. He thought it was going to be reliable. Turned out to have a warped block, and he ended up losing a ton of money on it. This one I'm looking at, I'm thinking, okay, it needs a rim for sure. That rim is toast. A little bit of front end damage. It's just scraping over here. None of that needs to be fixed. The bumper could probably be saved. It doesn't look all that bad. We got some damage back here. Again, mainly scraping. We're not going to worry about scraping. That wheel's okay. The hubcap is damaged. Scraping back here, that's not necessary. That's not something I would be concerned with, and I guarantee you it's not something my uncle would be concerned with. He doesn't care about a little bit of cosmetic damage. At the same time, I don't want to get him something that's totally smashed everywhere either. It's got some scrapes over here, so you know it's a little rough. And the interior, good golly. Okay, the interior needs a good cleaning. The interior is really dirty, but this is nothing that can't be cleaned up. So I'm thinking, hey man, this might be a score. There may be some suspension damage. Obviously, it hit something pretty hard, but it looks like the wheel's straight. It looks like the steering wheel is straight too. Now, I just want to make sure before I go firing this up, we got fluids. All right. Let's check the oil. Oh, well, sorry, tranny fluid, and the transmission fluid is bright pink, so it looks like somebody took care of the transmission before they wrecked it here. Check the that didn't help things any, did it? Well, it's got oil, but it doesn't have much. It's very low on oil. I wonder. I mean, it's got clean fluid, clean coolant, clean transmission fluid, but the oil's low, so that concerns me. I can't see anything left. Oh, I'm stepping in it. She's pouring oil. Yep. So we got damage to the oil pan or something, and I can't see it. There's too many plastic covers up under here. Well, glad I came and looked at this one in person. The timing belt was replaced at 108,000 miles. And it's got how many miles on it now? 150. So the timing belt's good to go. It could just be an oil pan, but because I can't get under there and check, we don't know how high up that damage goes. So obviously it ran over something, the oil pan did. There could be damage to the oil pan. It could be a cracked block. It's hard to say. I'll keep my eye on it, but I don't know. This one seems a little bit risky. It does have oil in it, although not much. We should be able to get it to crank over, and we'll shut it right back off. Yeah, it fired right up. Let's put it in gear real quick. There's reverse, and there's drive. Steering feels fine. We'll shut it off now. I'm not going to leave her running, but yeah, this would be something I would consider. Obviously, it's going to need a little bit of work, but I'm not too worried about it. I can handle a tire and a couple other things. I think this would be really good for my uncle if we could figure out what's going on with the oil leak under there. Next, we have a 2018 BMW 320i. Now, I showed you this car in one of the last videos, and so many told me, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. You love the car. I love the car. Now, some of you were incorrect. You said that the 328i, I was looking at a 17 328i. You said they were different powertrains. They're not. The 320i and the 328i are the same. The only difference is the tune. So obviously the 328i is going to have some more features, and it's going to have more horsepower and more torque, but this has 6,941 miles on it. But aside from that, they're the same car, guys. And I think I also know why the shifter is stuck in neutral. When these cars get damaged and they have to be towed, you have to climb underneath the car, take this cover off the transmission, and you screw this nut all the way up, and it forces the car to be stuck in neutral so you can tow it. So with that said, this thing almost started last time. Dang it. Why are the windshield wipers coming on? Okay, we'll come back. Let's try this again. Huh, absolutely nothing. That's interesting. Last time it tried cranking over. Now it does nothing. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna walk away from this one then. Next we have a 2017 Dodge Charger. It's listed as front end damage, but I don't really see much damage to the front end at all. 24,000 miles on the odometer. Clean car. Really clean car. Now I'm sure this is the V6. So something catastrophic must have happened to the front end to have totaled this thing. She is a slick car, man. I really like these wheels. I know most of you are probably going to say you hate them, but I actually really like those wheels. I was kind of suspecting a flood car, maybe, but it doesn't smell like a flood car either. Oh, crap. Well, I see what happened to it. The evidence was left in the floorboard. That is a big metal, what used to be a pole or something. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so it obviously drove over that, ran it straight over on the passenger side. So most likely, and we've got damage over here. Yeah, I'm gonna bet, pop hood on this one. I am going to bet there's gonna be some serious undercarriage, engine damage. Actually, I don't see any. That's bizarre. I don't see any fluids pouring out. It's a little tore up under there, the plastics, but that's nothing that would stop her from running and driving. It's full of coolant. It's full of oil. And again, this is one of those cars you don't get to see the transmission fluid. This is bizarre. I wonder if it'll run. So we're in here and you push the start button and it doesn't do anything. This is bizarre. I'll close the door. There's no clicking. It doesn't even make any attempt. You can't seem to move it out of gear. I thought maybe the battery was dead, but I can turn the headlights on and you'll see they dim some, but not enough to make me think that there's not enough power to even attempt to start the car. When you push it, it just doesn't do anything, and it looks like this is one of those weird electronic shifters, so you can't do anything with that either. And we got good power in here, so I don't know. It doesn't do anything. No clicking, no nothing. Maybe there's some wiring under there that got ripped out or damaged. Well, we can't seem to find anything wrong with it, at least not from looking at it. So there's got to be something that happened under there, maybe further down. I don't know how far the damage goes, but we'd have to get it up in the air. But it looks like it's holding coolant, it's holding oil, so it may just be a wiring issue. But anyway, we're going to walk away from this one as well. Last on my list today is a 2012 Ford F-250. Of course, it's a truck, and of course it's a Ford. You guys know how much I love my Fords. This one's got problems. No doubt about that. Man, it took this wheel and it shoved it all the way back into the fender and the door back here. I mean, the amount of force it takes to do something like this is just insane. It really is. And that's what scares me. This spring is bowed. That spring, that's not an illusion. It is literally twisted and bowed. Like, that thing could pop out. That's scary. I think I'm going to get away from that. Yeah, if that spring pops out, I don't want to be anywhere near it when it happens. Now, obviously, this is not a running, driving, starting type of vehicle. We got little footprints all over it, so something's been in here. I figured we'd end on a truck, though. Everybody loves trucks. At least I think everybody loves trucks. And this was a nice truck before it met its demise. I'd hate to see what it hit, though, because I'm going to bet that it probably came out worse off than this thing did. Let's try to get through here without ripping off any of my cords or anything on that jagged metal. Man. And she was a nice truck, wasn't she? She really was. I would love to have something newer like this. Okay. That's going to wrap it up for for today's Copart walk around. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys joining me today. Big shout out to Copart for allowing me to do this. Big shout out to my brother Tim from TJ's Auto for coming out here and hanging out in the freezing cold. We're going to bounce up out of here, but please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. If you like the content, give it a big thumbs up. Share the content with your friends. Follow me on Facebook, Auto Auction Rebuilds, Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds, and until next time, stay safe out there. We will catch you all very soon in the next one.